Okay guys, on this episode of What Drives You, I'm on the Moto Compacto. I'm here at Acura Peabody, gonna meet up with Domenic, our head technician. Let's go. Wow, that was a fun ride. Have you driven that yet?
I have not yet.
Well, I'd like to say that I'm actually one of the first to drive it. It is super cool. But now we go from these wheels to these wheels. Yep. This I know you have driven many, many times.
I have.
You're our master technician over here at Acura Peabody. Tell me a little bit about how you became a master technician and how you became to love Acuras.
So I started like most people, backyard mechanic, helping my dad with brake jobs and oil changes in the driveway. And at one point, my first car, I had to replace a transmission in it, and I did that in the driveway. And I took a lot of pride in doing that. It was pretty fun for me. So I got to a point in my life, I was bouncing around jobs after high school, and I said, you know what, I need to start a career. And I went to school to be a mechanic, and I started off actually with Isuzu, and then changed over to an Acura dealer back in 2004, and been with Acura since, and it's been a really great product, and I've loved working with Acuras.
Now, I know that you're a master technician. That's different than any other technician. What happens in order for you to get a master certification?
Well, it takes a lot of training, going to school, learning all the new technologies and everything, and basically putting a dedication to it and really wanting to be the best that you can be. And like I say, going through the training and doing a very good job at what I do. I have a passion for fixing cars right, not just doing it as a hobby. So I really love working on the cars, and I get a lot of pride out of fixing cars and solving problems in them.
Yeah, I know enough about you to know that you are not only passionate about the brand, but you're also passionate about life, passionate about making sure that the client is happy and that you go over and above for them. You're one of our Lyon Award winners, and that's one of the criteria, right, is to put in the dedication, put in all of yourself into making sure that the product is right, but also that the result is the same and that the client sees that come through. So we're really appreciative of that. So walk me through the day in the life of what you do here, and maybe I can assist you. Are we going to put on a wheel? I like these wheels. I'm not sure about this wheel, but I got some muscles.
This one actually has a squeaking noise that I have to replace a control arm for, so this is a little bit involved there. But my typical day is, get up at 5:30 in the morning, get out of the house, hopefully by 6:15, and come in, open the doors. Usually try to take care of some shop equipment before things get rolling, if anything needs to be repaired. Typically, I'll get the more complex concerns, heavy diagnostic.
Yeah, that's an early morning. I know that you have a big family. You have fostered many children, yep. And now you have 7, is it?
I do have
Lucky
7. We had
a big house. That's a full house.
We fostered for about 13 years. At our peak, we had actually 13 kids at one time.
Wow.
But we did adopt 5 out of foster care, and we have 2 biological. So yeah, 7 children that I work hard to try to provide for.
That's impressive. You know what I call that? A party. That's a party.
I call that chaos.
You call that chaos. I call it a party. So yeah, dedication has to come in many different ways at home, here at Acura as well. What are some of the challenges that you encounter on the day-to-day given product and all of the things that are being introduced and how the consumer is driving and all of that? What are some of the challenges that you face?
That's a good question. I would say intermittent problems are a big challenge. Clients have problems with their cars. They're not crazy. They come in for a reason. They have better things to do. So when they bring their car to us with something that is intermittent, I really take the challenge to try to duplicate their concern and do everything I can. And I know I spend more time on the cars than most people would because I want to be able to fix the car for them. So that's one of the biggest challenges. And outside of that, I would say remembering the old. You talk about keeping up with the new stuff, but also remembering all the old cars. Sometimes I jokingly say that our job is harder than a doctor, because how different is the human body from 40 years ago? And yet look at how much a car has changed in 40 years. And we have to keep up with all this new stuff, as well as remember what service bulletins or recalls or procedures to fix the old things while keeping up with the new ones.
Yeah,
So,
I would think that would be very challenging. There's just so much information
Absolutely.
that's out there, and so, the vehicles have changed so dramatically. What are your thoughts on the new ZDX? Are you so excited about the electric car that's coming?
I can't wait to see it. It's definitely, that's going to be a new challenge,
Yep.
is now learning the electric vehicle side of things, because Acura has only had a hybrid. So, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, we're really excited for that to come and hit our store as well. What's your favorite Acura thus far? We talked about some old, some new.
I would say, actually, one of my favorite is the RLX hybrid. I just love the way that drives. It's very comfortable. But even the new MDX is they're all nice. I own a Integra right now, and I love that. So I really like the cars.
The SUV lineup, the MDX and the RDX, they're spectacular. Really luxurious, everything at your fingertips. You can't get any better. So Dominic, we talk a lot about passion, we talk a lot about the product, but in specific, Acura Peabody and Lyon Waugh Auto Group, this was something that you had on your vision board as far as joining the group. Tell me a little bit why.
So I was at my previous dealer for 13 years, and basically I wanted more from the company that I work for. I'm at work more than at home outside of sleep time, so I wanted more from my dealership, and I saw that Acura of Peabody and the Lyon Waugh Auto Group consistently wins the precision team, and I wanted to be a part of that winning tradition. I wanted to come in and help continue that.
That's awesome. And once again, this year, we've actually won that again. The Precision Team Award here at Acura Peabody is something that we celebrate greatly. We not only party, which we love to have a great time and celebrate these accomplishments, but we really, on a day-to-day, we have to exceed the customer's expectations and our own personal expectations in order to meet and go above and beyond all of the criteria that Acura as a brand has put and set forth to us. So I feel super honored to be a part of this winning team and to be a part of the Lyon Waugh Auto Group too, that gives back tremendously to the community, to their employees, but to the brands that we represent, so that we can continuously have a home that we can come to and work in and be really proud of. So I think that there's a lot to be said about that as well.
That's right. And I've always said, in order to have a good customer satisfaction, you have to have a high employee satisfaction. And the Lyon Waugh Auto Group makes it easy for us to do that.
One thing, Dominic, we've talked about the old, the new. What would be some advice that you would give to a young adult, or even somebody that's your age that wants to get into this industry and wants to become a technician, and just kind of work up the ranks, maybe to a master tech, or just on a day-to-day work on vehicles?
I would say you've got to have a passion for wanting to fix a car. There's some people that just want to do it as a hobby, and making it a career is a real difficult thing to transition that into it. So you got to want to be able to work hard and fix the cars right. Outside of that, my best advice is to read everything they can. The more you understand how systems and circuits work, the more you can understand how to fix those things. So,
well, you break it down really simply, but I can imagine that it's not as simple as that. I'm sure that if I had to diagnose
it gets a little tricky.
I was going to say, I'm sure it gets a little tricky.
Well, that was fun, Cidalia, but I have to go off and fix some cars now.
All right. Well, there you guys have it. That's the episode of What Drives You. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and come on back for more.
She can't be more nervous than me.
Well, we're going to do it all right. Let's go.
It's not fast enough.
Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for